Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the previous chapter we have studied interactions and interaction diagrams. So interactions are available, more number of interaction things are there in our unified modeling language. So with the help of those interactions we are created interaction diagrams. What are interaction diagrams? Interaction diagrams are basically two diagrams. So those will represent a behavioral model of a particular system. Behavioral model of a particular system. So in interaction diagrams, we studied a sequence diagram. First one is the sequence diagram. Second one is the collaboration diagram. Both two diagrams are belongs to interaction diagrams. With the help of these interaction diagrams, so the behavior of a particular system will be represented effective way. So time order representation of the representation in a sequence diagram, and also the structure view of representation of behavioral model in the collaboration diagram. Okay, so here, so in this class we are going to study use cases. Use cases are also representing the behavioral model of the system. Okay, so let me see use cases. What is use cases and what are the use case representation in the unified model that we have to see. Okay, so use cases are available in basic behavioral model to represent in use case diagram. So we have to observe use cases and the actors first of all. So let me see use case. What is use case? How do we represent use case in the particular unified modeling language? Is a use case is a description of a set of sequences, sequence of actions. So that include different variants that a system performs that the observable result, whatever the result will be actually having in a particular system, that will have a sequence of actions, step by step information to perform a certain task if we use use cases. Okay, so use cases is generally graphically represented in ellipse shape. Here the use case representing in ellipse shape. Actually in the next example we are going to see is process loan. Process loan is a use case, and also if you take the ATM system, so in that ATM system we are having more number of use cases are there. So more number of uses like withdrawal money, bank inquiry, balance inquiry. So likewise those are all the use cases. Use case, what is use case? Use case is the description of sequence of actions. Sequence of actions. Use case actually represented with the help of ellipse shape, right? Next, actor. What is an actor? What is an actor? Actor. An actor represents a coherent set of roles that users of use cases play when interacting with these use cases. Typically, so actors, what kind of role that a human performs, or what kind of role that a hardware device perform, or what kind of the role that even a system can perform. So that information will be represented with a graphical way is use actor. Actor is nothing but a human also, or a hardware device, or even a system also. Actor. So actually actors will be representing with the help of a sticky figure. So the actor, some example of the actor is a loan officer. Loan officer is also a one actor. Customer is one actor. So likewise the actors we will represent. Okay, so what is an actor? Actor is to perform a role that a human or the hardware or any subsystem that can perform. Okay, so see this example. See this example here. So actor. So this is the actor. Loan officer is the actor. Loan officer is the actor. And also the use case is process loan. Processing loan is the use case. Processing loan is the use case. Use case will be representing with the help of ellipse symbol, whereas actor will be representing with the help of sticky figure like that. loan officer, whatever the loan officer we gave the name. So likewise the actor will be represented. Okay, so use cases will be observing basically a role. That role will be having with the actor, and use case is nothing but a process, that process which will include in a particular system. Okay, so use cases and actors are there. So in this use case we are representing several type of names for a particular use case. So what are those names? A use case name must be a unique name, or within its enclosing package also you can write. So use cases may be representing a unique name. So that unique name is simply called as a simple name. Simple name. A simple name is a textual string, or a path name. What is a path name? Path name is a use case name prefixed by the name of the package in which use cases lives. That means with the help of scope resolution operator, whatever the package consisting of a particular name of a particular use case, that can be written with the help of a path name. Names of use cases will be representing simple name, and the second one is the path name also you can represent. Path name you can represent with the help of scope resolution operator. So likewise we can write simple names. So see here in this example, placeholder. Placeholder is a simple use case. Placeholder is a simple use case. So validate user is also a simple use case. Here sensor, scope resolution operator, collaborate location, that is the path name. Path name indicates the whatever the package which have collaborate location is the actual use case. That use case will be available in the sensors package. Likewise we can write a path name also. Path name also you can write. Simple names and place order, validate are the both two simple names, and sensor, scope resolution operator, collaborate location is the both two are path names available here. Okay, so likewise also we can create a path name. So actors, who are actors? Actors are rendered as sticky figures. We already stated actors are rendered as sticky figures. You can define general kind of actors also. You can define a general kind of actors also. Okay, so the actors such as customer and specialize them. Who are actors? Such as customer is an actor. Commercial customer is also an actor. Using general relationship also. So you use actors in between them. Okay, so those are all the actors. We are seeing. So see this example. Actor is a customer. In this example, actor is a customer, and the actor to commercial customer will be used to generalization form. From the customer is a parent, and the commercial customer is a child of the particular customer. Okay, likewise you can use to represent the use case actors. See, so here also you can represent user, student, staff. Likewise information you can represent user, student, staff. Student, staff are belongs to the user group, or both two are belongs to the user group. Student, staff, both two are belongs to the user belongs. Okay, then likewise also you can represent use cases. Use case flow. Now, so use cases and the flow of events. How do we represent flow of events? So use cases and flow of events representing. A use case describes, what use case describes? Very, very important. Use case describes that what a system does. Use case represent what a system does, or what a subsystem does, or what a class does, or what a Interface does. Actually, use case represent a use case describes what a system does, and also which do not specify how it does it, but it cannot specify how it does it, but it specifies only what a system does, or what a subsystem does, or what a class or interface can does. Likewise, information will be represented with the help of use cases. You can specify the behavior of a use case by describing a flow of events in a text. Clearly enough for outside of the understanding, it is very easily. Outside understanding, it is very easily with the help of a flow of events in a particular system. Okay. So here the use cases and flow of events. Use cases we represented. When you write this flow of events, when you want to write the flow of events, you should include how and when the use case starts and ends. What it represents, how and when the use case start and represents. So, and also when the use case interacts with the actors and what objects are enhanced, that the basic flow and alternative flow of the behavior, of the system will be representing with the help of use cases. So the flow of events will be representing here. The flow of events will be represented as like this. So in flow of events, for example, if you take main flow of event, the use case start when the system prompts and customer enters a PIN. For example, so in this ATM system, so use case example is there, main flow. So the customer can now enter a PIN number via the keyboard. The customer commits the entry by pressing the entry button. So the system then checks this PIN number to see is valid. If the PIN number is valid, the system acknowledges the entry, thus the ending the use case. Likewise, the main scenario, if the PIN number is correct, then he will follow to execute the going to next step. Otherwise, he can again re-enter the PIN number. Or likewise, the examples of ATM machine you can take. So exceptional flow of event. What is the exceptional flow of event is here is, so the customer can cancel a transaction at any time by pressing the cancel button. In ATM machine, customer can cancel the transaction at any time. So thus restarting the use case. No changes are made in the customer's account. No information is changed in the customer's account, but he can he can cancel any number of times while transaction is going. Okay, so information cannot be changed. That is one exceptional flow of event. Here we are following, and also exceptional flow of event. Will be representing. So the customer can clear a PIN number. Any time before committing. That means I can type any number of time a password on the keyboard in the ATM system. That will not to be committed. That means enter I cannot press. Any number of time I can change that number and re-enter a new PIN number. Up to re-entering a new PIN number, you can erase, or you can anytime you can use to entering the number, whatever the keyboard is given in the ATM system. Okay, so that information is also an exceptional flow of events. So next. So see, exceptional flow of events also another example. If the customer enters an invalid PIN number, what is exceptional flow? If a customer enters invalid PIN number at this time, so the use case restarts. So if this happens 3 times in a row, customer enters invalid PIN number 3 times in a row, the system cancels the entire transaction and prevent the customers from interacting with the ATM for 60 seconds or the 1 day, sometimes it may take. So that is also another exceptional event while designing in a use cases, right? So here the use case actually describes what use case is nothing but a set of sequences. Use case is nothing but a set, describes a set of sequences. So in which each sequence represents one possible flow through all the variations. One possible through all the variations. So each sequence is called a scenario. Very, very important. What is a scenario? Scenario is nothing but a description of set of sequence of actions. Scenario, one scenario. Okay. So if you take same banking ATM system, what is the scenario of withdrawal? Enter the PIN number. So enter the card into the machine, and which will ask to enter the PIN number. After entering, there may be many number of options which are available in the ATM machine. So from that option you have to select one option. For example, withdrawal. From after withdrawal option, you can withdraw how much money you entered by you. So withdrawal money will withdraw. After that, the process is completed. This is one complete scenario. Scenario in the sense sequence of steps which are available in a particular process. In a particular process. So withdrawal amount is one scenario. PIN changing is also another scenario. And next, transferring money is also another scenario. Likewise, different kind of scenarios will be used to represent in a particular system. A use case actually describes a set of sequences in which each sequence represents one possible flow through one. Each sequence is called as a scenario. Different kind of scenarios. So see this example. A scenario is a specific sequence of actions. What is a scenario? Scenario is nothing but a specific sequence of actions. Specific sequence of actions that illustrate the behavior of a particular system. A scenario are the use cases. Instances are two classes, meaning that a scenario is basically one instance of a use case. Basically, scenario is nothing but one instance of a use case. What is a scenario? Scenario is a specific sequence of actions. Specific sequence of actions illustrates behavior of a particular system. Specific sequence of action. So see this example. Human resources system. Human resources system is also there. In this human resources system, so hiring an employee is a finding use case here in our system. So in this human resources example, you might find the use cases hire employee. Hiring employee use cases we have to write now. So this general business function might have any possible variations. What are the possible variations? You might hire a person from another company. That is one kind of variation. You might hire a person from another company. Most common scenario. And also you might transfer a person from one division to another division. Basic hiring a person having different scenarios. First scenario is hiring a person another company, and also you might transfer a person from one division to another division. Second possibility, common in international companies. And also you might hire a foreign national, which involves its two special rules. Each of the variants can be expressed at different sequences. Every scenario is having one different sequence. Hiring from another company and sequence, you might transfer a person from one division to another division one sequence, and you might hire a person from foreign national, also another sequence. These three are different scenarios which are available in a human resource system. Likewise, also, as I explained in the ATM system, many kind of scenarios also are there. that is enquiring bank balance inquiry is one scenario, from starting to entering card into the bank to end of the process, bank balance. And also withdrawal, another scenario. ATM pin change is also another scenario. That kind of scenarios will be representing one after other. For a particular system, you might have different kind of scenarios. That is the major remembering thing here, which we see. Use cases and collaboration. Let me see what is a collaboration. Collaboration in the sense as combination, combining collaborations. So what use cases capture? Use cases actually capturing the intended behavior of the system. Use cases can be capture the intended behavior of a system, or the intended behavior of a subsystem, or a class, or you can think interface also. So without having to specify how that behavior is implemented, so we don't know how that behavior is implemented, but what is going on here we have to see. That is use cases. So see, so to implement use cases, a society of classes and other elements that work together to implement the behavior of the particular use case created. Okay, so the society of elements included both the static and dynamic. Static aspects and the dynamic aspects, which are combinedly modeled in a UML, is simply called as collaborations. See here, collaborations representing the society of elements, including both its static and dynamic structure of a model. Collaborations, combinations of static and dynamic things. See here example, you can explicitly specify. So here in this example, you can explicitly specify the use case. See this use case, place order. Place order is a use case. And also collaboration. What is the collaboration? Office order management. Order management is the collaboration. From that order management, you can use realization relationship with the place order. So likewise, we have to represent the organizations of use cases. So here is in this example, the organization of use case will be representing a different place rush order, check password, next validate user, likewise information which are available in a particular use case diagram. So organization of use cases will be representing, maybe using with the help of some adornments which are very useful in the use cases. First one is include relationship, second one is extend relationship. Include and extend, both two are the very useful relationship which are using in use cases. If you see the place order and the place order set property, there we use extend relationship. And also, so validate user from place setter track order, we use include relationship. Let me see what is include relationship, what is extend relationship. Let we have to see clearly. Okay, so include relationship. What is an include relationship? An include relationship between use cases means that, what is an include relationship? The base use case explicitly incorporates the behavior of another use case. What is include relationship? The base use case explicitly incorporates the behavior of the another use case. Whereas what is extended relationship? The base use case implicitly incorporates the behavior of the another use case. Let me see the at location which specified, both include and extend, both two are the major relationship which are using especially for a use cases. In the use cases, include will be using the base use case explicitly incorporates the operation. whereas the base use case implicitly used as is nothing but a extend relationship. Okay, so the include use case never stands alone, but is only instantiated as a part of some larger base that includes it. Okay, so see this example. Before going to example, an include relationship can be used to where we use include relationship. Avoid describing the same flow of events several times. What it means? Which avoids describing the same flow of events several times. Same flow of event will be having in different several times, that will automatically reducing purpose. That's why we are using include relationship. Very, very important. Include relationship. See here, in include relationship, rendered as a dependency stereotyped. So how it writes include relationship? Dependency stereotyped means dependency stereotyped. Likewise, we can write in between these brackets, if we write include, that is include. Here we represent left side, we represent base class or anything, base class or base object. At the right side, we representing a subclass, whatever class you represent, subclass, base class or subclass you can represent. So include will be representing with the help of dotted arrow. At the left side you write base, at the right side you are using subclass. Okay, to specify the location of the flow of the events in which base class or base use cases include the behavior of another, you simply write include followed by the name of the use case you want to include, as in the following track order. Simply in the track order, you represent a track order. So obtain a variety of order of number of include. So in this example, in the previous example, for each part in the order query is status. For each part in the order query is status. We representing in this diagram. So see this diagram. Include validate user, and next one is the place order. Extension points set priority. Extension point will be set priority. So include will be having additional information, so added to a particular relationship, whereas extend is also additional information that will not come regularly, will come any some situation. Okay, that is only the difference between the these include extend relationship. See extend, an extend relationship between the use cases, mean by the base use case implicitly incorporate the behavior of another, whereas explicitly is nothing but include relationship, implicitly is nothing but extend relationship. Both two are not same, different. Include means additional behavior will be representing, whereas extend means that is also additional behavior that will not arise regularly, that will come depending on some situation. For example, if you take bank ATM system, suppose if you take bank ATM system, so in that bank ATM system, so we are representing some PIN number. Suppose you entered correct PIN number, you withdrawn information. Another one comes into the ATM system and he also place the card in the required slot and will enter the same his or her PIN number and they withdraw. One person is came, that person forgot their PIN number. In the two persons is enter the PIN number correctly, they will not go to the check the PIN number or the blocking the PIN number. The third person is raising a problem. That person includes that extends. That extends means, So verify PIN number, that is one use case which is arise. Okay. So regular extensible mechanisms will be extended with the help of include operation. That is non-regular things will be included with the help of extend relationship. Both two are different. Okay. So extend relationship is also with the help of extension, that is maybe the optional. An extended relationship is used to model the optional thing. Okay. So this extended relationship will also rendered as a dependency, stereotyped extend. You may list the extensions points to the base use case and extra components also, base use case and extra components also with the help of these extensions. Okay. So see this example. This example representing different kind of actors are there, different kind of use cases are there. Registrar, actor; applicant, actor; student, actor; international student, also one actor. So what is the relation between the student and international student? At the leftmost side, student is a parent and international student is the subclass or sub dependency relation in between the student and international actor. See here, enroll in university is one use case. Enroll in university is one use case. In this enroll university, so the applicant can be enrolled. Here, enroll in seminar. All seminars may someone may be included or some another persons may be included. That is the relationship here we are using. Enrollment in seminar is required for all enrollment in the enrollment university. So perform security check. Performing the security check is a extend relationship in the sense. So the extend relationship may be checked 1% or 2%. That may not check to all the persons. Okay. So that is one performance check is a extended relationship that will not arise regularly. That arise at some time. Okay. So include will be arise regularly to the enroll in university. Likewise, we have to represent different kind of actors and also the use cases. Some common modeling techniques are there to design use cases. See, so to model a behavior of element, you use identify the actors in the interact with the element, and also organize actors by identifying general and more specified roles. What are the roles which are specified in a particular system? That the general specifications or more specified specifications. You find those specifications, and for each actor consider the primary way in which that actor interacts with the element. Which you have to find, and consider also exceptional way in which each actor interacts with the elements. Exceptional way also you can interact and organize these behaviors, use cases, applying include extend relationship if you use. If you found the actors and the use cases for a particular system, so and also you represent the relationship in between the actors and those use cases also you can represent with the help of some include relationship and extend relationship also you can use. Okay. So this is the example which we have to see now. Place order, validate customer. Validate customer is one of the use case. Bill customer another use case. So here include relationship, validate customer should be include placing the order, and also include relationship, track order is also validate customer can do, and also ship order, extension points, that is the third use case. Material materials ready or not, you have to check the validate customers. Validate customers also checking the placing order, tracking order, and shipping order also they can check, and ship partial order. Ship partial order will be the extended relationship which are included to the ship order. Extended relationship. Okay, so this kind of representations will be represented with the help of use cases and their relationship. In this class, conclusion, what we studied: use cases. Why do we use use cases? Use cases will be representing a behavior of a particular system. Use case representing. In use cases, we are observing two kind of things. First one is use case. Second one is actor. Third one is their relationships. Use cases, actor, and their relationships. Okay. So what is a use case? Use case is nothing but a sequence of actions. A sequence of actions which are provided in a particular system. Sequence of actions is nothing but use cases. Sequence of action. Who are actors? Actors are the role or the subsystem. Actors are the role or hardware. Is a person or a person who are acting on a use cases. So what are relationship? Relationship is nothing but a link between the use cases and the actors. See, so here use case will be representing with the help of ellipse symbol, with name, use case name. That name is unique name or the path name. Path name will be representing the package name. Path name will be representing package name, scope resolution operator, and the use case name. Package name, scope resolution operator, use case name. Example, this is the syntax. Example we studied, that is base class, scope resolution operator, some use case, behavior of use case. Example, simple example. Path name will be represented with the help of a scope resolution operator. See here, the name which included in a particular use case is nothing but use case name. That name will be using in path name also. Actor will be representing as a sticky symbol. This is the symbol. Actor we are representing. And relationships are of two kinds. Very most important. Relationships is nothing but the links which we are using in a use case diagram. Relationships. Those relationships will be using dependency. All those are dependency relationship. That means dependency is a dotted arrow. Dependency relationship. In this dependency relationship, we will use include relationship. First one. Second one is extend relationship. Include relationship is the first one. Second one is the extend relationship. Include relationship will be used where we used include relationship. If you used any base class, for example, left side is the base class, right side is a subclass. You use subclass or something. So from left to right, you represent to add any include in between this stereotyped symbol, that is include representing that. What it include represents the additional behavior which are added to a particular system, particular use case. Additional behavior regularly which is checked, additional behavior. What is extend? Extended is also writing in between the dotted arrow. Extended is nothing but this will not extended is nothing but that is also additional relationship that will not repeatedly using relationship. With this we conclude use cases available in a particular unified modeling language behavior model. So with this we stop our session. We will continue to the next session.